I have 3 words for you. Copycat Arby's fries.
Ooh.
So if you're thinking, feels like an Arby's night, you're gonna wanna make these ones.
Anyone who gets that, bonus points.
All right, so the first thing you wanna do, locate yourself some taters.
What kind?
These ones are straight up yellow taters.
Ooh.
You'll notice that I'm scrubbing them because I personally don't like peeling. I think it's a waste of time.
Boo, peeling.
I think when you're making especially any kind of potato, whether it be curly fries, wedges, anything, the skin gives it some extra texture, extra vitamins. Why take that extra step? But you do want to make sure you're scrubbing them really, really well.
I agree. I mainly do it because I'm lazy and also because, yes, there is nutritional benefit.
So then the next thing we want to do is take our potatoes, and I've got out my special vegetable spiralizer here that I'm obsessed with. I don't hardly use this thing. I don't use it a lot.
Look at it.
You got to make sure it's really pushed down on the counter. It has these suctiony things in the bottom. So see,
Cool.
I was going the wrong way there.
Oh, she's like, let's back it out.
Yeah.
Let's back it out.
So once you get it to the right way, look it. That looks exactly like curly fries.
Okay, that's 1 tater and that's making that much.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
And then you're left. I don't like that.
That takes it down to the nib.
It does, but that's one thing I don't like about making these is if you do potato wedges, you're using up the whole potato. But when you spiralize anything, the inside is wasted. Like it's just you have
Wait,
that.
what
little...
do you mean?
So watch. Here we go, spiralizing.
What's
awesome.
being wasted here?
Watch when I remove the center. So here's the inside of them.
Yeah.
Look at that little core. That little core that's left over is like it's wasted. The next thing we want to do is take our spiralized potatoes, rinse them off. So the thought here is like if you're making like rice and you rinse off a little bit of the starch, that's what we're going to be doing here. Cold water, rinse them, then dump them off, and we got to get them as dry as possible here.
Do you have to rinse them?
You do because you want to make you
Sounds
have
like
to
a whole lot of work for I don't really get what's the point of that.
These are, I'm not going to lie to you, these are a lot of work. They're good, but they're more work than your standard potato, obviously. So we want to make sure that we're drying them because when we're trying to get crispy fries, you can't have things wet or they're just going to steam in there.
True.
Just got some paper towel here. I'm lining on a cookie sheet. I'm going to take our spiralized potatoes that are as dry as I could get them. I lost a few on the floor here. I don't know if you saw that. Spread them out as much as we can, and they're all, you'll notice I've
like
left
a big potato net.
Yeah, it is, but my thought here was like as they cook, they're gonna break apart. So I didn't want to break them apart further. Then I got some paper towel and I'm just dabbing them off. But you want to, as I mentioned, get them so dry. So I didn't think paper towel was going to be enough here. I'm like, I'm going to try to dab them as much as we can, but we still need to get some of that moisture off. So I put them in front of the wood stove.
Genius!
In the wintertime, the wood stove dries out my skin, my hair. You got to really moisture up. So I thought if you have a wood stove or a fireplace, that's a great place to put them.
How long are we talking here? How long do they hang out there for?
About a half hour. If you have
Not too
longer,
bad.
that's fine. You just want them as dry as possible. So now we're going to create the breading that's going to go when you're making curly fries, or if you buy curly fries in the grocery store or you get them at Arby's, they have like a breading, like a spicy coating on them. For this recipe, look in the description box below. Very simple to put together.
I feel like I can smell the aroma from this just by looking at it.
Mix it all up here. Now, we're taking the curly fries. Again, the work continues. So these are not for the faint of heart.
Already, I'm like, I don't know.
And I was like, I'll have potato wedges.
I'll buy them frozen and put them on a tray and bake them in the Ninja and we're good to go.
So we're going to take them off of the tray that they were drying on, put them in a bowl. Now what I did here was take that paper towel, dry off the tray, because that's a large amount of curly fries in that bowl. It's easier if you just spread them back out on the sheet to add the spicy topping to them. We're gonna take some canola oil, spritz them all around.
I love a spray oil.
Me too. It covers a lot of ground. Use our hands here, jumble them all up, spray, jumble. You wanna make sure they're all...
Even though you're jumbling, they look like they're staying together. Like there's not that much breakage.
Not yet. And then we're gonna go ahead and add in that spicy mixture. Make sure they're all as coated as possible.
Now the ratio is looking right here.
So now we have a clean grill grate in our Ninja wood fire. We're also gonna be adding in the air crisp basket. So we're gonna set it to air crisp, and then we're gonna add on a little extra time. These are only gonna take about 30 minutes, but we always like to give ourselves a little bit of extra time so the grill doesn't start to shut down.
Already I'm liking this though, because although it did take a lot of work to get here, it's only taken 30 minutes on the grill. So
Exactly.
I'm okay. I'm still 50-50 on this. No.
These are not, you're not going to make these when
Wait, let's see the finish because maybe that will change my mind.
You're not
right
gonna-
now, I'm like, I would never do this.
It's a lot of work. This is a weekend project. If you're in the mood to bake bread, if you're in that kind of a mood.
Okay, see, that I could get on board with. This ain't weekday.
This isn't when you want some taters and you want them now.
Yeah.
That's not the kind of vibe.
Look at how sturdy those are. So I literally thought that they were going to be so breakable.
No, so I knew that once they started cooking, that's when you're going to get into breakage.
True.
So I left them as whole as possible because I knew they were not going to stay like that. They're not going to stay intact as they cook.
So you can overlap. You don't need to put these on like a solid layer tray.
No, because when
you're
you're
jingle as it cooks.
I am going to jingle, but you'll notice jingling isn't the most
Gonna
effective.
jingle jangle?
No, I'm not going to do either. It's not the most effective method when you're making things. That's not my preference for making things in Ninja. So look, after about 15 minutes, I tried to jingle jangle.
Jingle jangle.
Ninja suggests that you shake the air crisp basket to stir things
You just
around.
needed to still get in there though.
I don't like doing that because I don't feel like it stirs properly. So I got some tongs and I just,
You got to do a thorough jingle jangle.
yes. And that doesn't happen by shaking. I don't.
Agreed.
I personally
That's
don't.
just like, that's not jingle jangling. That's
It's not
jostling.
happening. Nothing's happening. Make sure you don't lose them out the side. Shut that lid another 15 minutes. What?
Ooh, oh my, okay, so that is only 15 minutes after what you just showed us.
An additional. So here's me being like, are these really crunchy?
Why is your head not in
No.
the shot? Oh, she got in there.
But this
She
isn't
got
the
in there.
final. This is the final test. I just had to make sure they were crunchy.
You can tell those are crunchy.
Because I like super crunchy
Me
fries.
too. I almost like borderline burnt. I see some dark bits there.
I like
see
really,
some
really dark.
bits.
Okay?
here she.
So
her
see?
head's in the shot. Her head's
I
in the
went
shot.
in, I got myself some ketchup, I sat there, I was like, oh baby.
Oh, sweet dear
It
goodness gracious.
certainly feels like an Arby's night now. There's some work involved to making these. But once you get to the final finished product, it is worth the effort.
I think you've convinced me after I saw that brown goodness. I was like, I'm still not doing that on a Tuesday night, but I will do that on a Saturday night.
So get yourself some potatoes, get yourself a spiralizer, and try these because you will definitely love them.
I thought you were going to end off by being like, and making an Arby's night. Finger, what is this?
That's not Arby's.
I don't know.
Who's an Arby's?
I don't know. Is this diving?